How's it going, everybody? Ryebread here today, and we are back with our Los Angeles Lakers MyLeague rebuild, and we're here at the start of year number 2, 2018-2019 season here. And just to show you guys, in the last one, it was a very successful offseason. We went out and we acquired DeMarcus Cousins as a free agent, giving him $29.93 million for the next 3 years. It's as much as we could have given him. We gave him a player option too, because of course we wanted to entice him to come, but we did not give him a no trade clause. So if he does accept that player option, and I want to move him sometime during that season, because, well, I don't know, maybe Mohamed Bamba's good enough and we got another player up there. But we also had a very successful draft in which we took Michael Porter and Mo Bamba. Now I am going to start Michael Porter over Brandon Ingram just because he is the better player. Ingram is right now, but I think for the future it makes more sense if we go with not like Anik Bogu, Michael Porter, because he's got the higher potential. Therefore, I want him to grow. He can be getting up into the 90s. I know Ingram could. But for now, I think we're going to see how Michael Porter does. I've seen him do really, really well. He's a better rebounder, not as good of a playmaker, but that's exactly why we have Lonzo Ball here. Porter, better, I would say, outside scorer, not as good inside. Defensively, he's also better, so that's something I do want to focus on. I do want good defenders. And speaking of good defenders, we also went out and signed ourselves one Avery Bradley here. So, I mean, he's a very, very good perimeter defender, and him and Lonzo as a defensive backcourt, I think is going to be one of the better defensive backcourts in the NBA and should help us out here. And here is the starting rotation. We got Ball and Bradley in the backcourt, then Porter, Bamba, and Cousins there. The sixth man is Brandon Ingram, followed by Dwayne Wade, Andrew Harrison, Kuzma, and Zubac. And we're also giving Hart some minutes, so, you know, Wade might drop during the season. I don't know if he will or will not. I'm not 100% sure about that, but Josh Hart here, he's pretty much going to be an all-time bench player for us. He's got 81 potential, so he might become, you know, our sixth man, depending on what we do with Ingram. But it's interesting to think what we're going to do. If you guys have any suggestions here, but we're going to go ahead and get probably through the entire season in this video. So, you know, we'll go ahead and just simulate this first month here. One thing I forgot to do last season was, and look at that, a win, and we beat the Warriors in the second game of the season, but lose to the Clippers. Interesting. We also, I forgot to look at the stats last season. So Hart for Jones in a second. I'm going to say no to that because we don't really need that right now. Kuzma for Kavanaugh in a second. No, thank you. Man, Kuzma, I can't believe his potential dropped so much. But right now, oh, wait, hold on. You know what I want to do? Timeout. I want to make sure that we are playing to our coach's system to make sure that it's the most efficient system. Pace and space for Luke Walton is the best that we can do. Defense, also good, but that we won't score as much. But pace and space is the best thing that we got. So we are going to run that because that is that is preferred system, so he'll coach better as well. And Brandon Ingram has back spasms 1 to 2 weeks. Adjust rotation manually. They want to make him a reserve. I'm going to go ahead and rebuild the rotation, see what exactly they want to start. Dwayne Wade, no thank you. We do need to play a backup small forward. Oh, that's right. Ingram was our backup small forward. So you know what? We'll leave that as is. One thing I forgot to do, though, is we need to send some of our guys down to the G League as well. I believe Philemon here and Cheney, I think they should both get sent down. Because I know Philemon has 81 potential, and oh god, I was going to say Cheney has 93. I was going to go nuts. But no, Cheney has 76, so we're going to send Philemon down to the G League. I know he's not going to like it too much, but we do have him on his rookie deal still, so he'll just have to suck it up and we'll be okay. Los Angeles Lakers, adjust rotation manually. Yeah, we already went ahead and did that. Now we only have one reserve. We should probably want Brandon Ingram on the reserve, or I can't make him a reserve. Anyway, another thing I wanted to do was double check the pick of the New York Knicks. I almost forgot. Team stats here. We'll check them out as the season goes on, but I don't think they're going to be all that fantastic. They did acquire Blake Griffin, so they're 5-4 through 9 games, but it's way too early to make any kind of decision. So we'll simulate through the dates here, and we'll keep it going. Now, DeMarcus Cousins bruised his heel. I think I'm going to leave him in there. Grant, no, I'm going to decline that trade too. And we've lost 2 in a row here. Come on, we're better than a 500 team. I know that. All right, and then here we have, RJ Barrett. It'd be great to get one of those guys at the top, one of these shooting guards. Romeo Langford or Cameron Reddish would be really nice because then we'd have a shooting guard for the future. As well as, just a solid young core. Now, our core is already young enough as it is. Oh, God, they want DeMarcus Cousins out. That's fine. He shouldn't be out too much longer. How much longer is he going to be out for? He's day to day, so he'll be back pretty much. Oh, we probably want him back for that Warriors game because I want to beat the Warriors again. So Zubak here. He'll go in for Vonleh. Give him like Vonleh's minutes. We'll take Vonleh out. And, oh God, he's a starter. That's right. I got to flip that. Cousins down there. Swap player, move minutes. I should have... God. There were times I wish I could just max assign something. And, yeah, so we want him to get more minutes than he's getting. We want him to have about 30. Zubak can, yeah, go down as far as minutes are concerned. We give him too many shooting guard minutes. Not enough to Kuzma, and then we'll give those last 10 there to Boogie as well, so we can get Boogie playing. Oh, okay, maybe not 10 to Boogie. We'll give more to Bamba. We'll give one more. Not Dwayne Wade, but Avery Bradley. We'll move Dwayne Wade down there. Ingram can play 26 minutes off the bench, and we'll have Avery Bradley playing 28 minutes. And I think that's a pretty balanced rotation. We play the Warriors twice this week and the Rockets, so this might be a bad week for us. We do beat the Warriors, who I think they retained Durant, and I'm going to keep Hart because I think he's doing well. The Rockets here as well. Another tough opponent, DeMarcus Cousins. We're going to leave the rotation as is. And it seems like we just have the number of the Golden State Warriors, and we've now beaten them 3 times this season. The second game of the season, and then twice in 1 week we've beaten them. Actually, that one was a pretty solid beatdown of 18 points. The other 2 were pretty close. But we'll keep it rolling here with the simulation. We are 3rd in the West, though. It doesn't feel like we're 3rd in the West with the way we're simulating, but I guess the West is just kind of scrunched. Oh, wow, look at the Thunder up there at the 2nd best team in the league. DJ Augustine, no, I don't want that. The Spurs, a very good. I don't think we're gonna go too far, but I definitely think that we can make the playoffs and make this at least the 2nd round, depending on what seeding we are. I don't expect us to be a top 3 seed in the West as we lose 3 straight. Just as I say that. Hopefully we can, be one of those 4, 5, 6 seeds. That's ideally where I want us to end up this season, is a 4, 5, 6 seed in the West. And then at least make it out of the 1st round. Those are my 2 goals for this season. We're hopefully going to get those accomplished. We beat the Knicks, so that helps us because we are hoping that the Knicks are bad this year just because of we have their 1st round pick. So as long as it's a lottery pick, I'll be okay with it. We don't really have a bunch of assets to sell off for first like we did in the 1st season, but we did build a pretty solid team in 1 year. So now we got some rookies that we're just going to build around, put some veterans around them like Dwayne Wade, teaching them how to do things, show them the ropes. Help Brandon Ingram out a little bit too. Avery Bradley is going to be a solid starter for a couple years. He's a guy that we could move in a few years, maybe for a 1st, because I don't see him being our our shooting guard of the future. And okay, so we're at here December 31st. We are 19-16, and we are in the 6th seed like I had hoped. Or no, that's the 5 seed. Excuse me. We're in the 5 seed like I had hoped, but we're only one. I think. Just about 1.5 games still in the playoffs here. So it is very tight like it is in real life. We'll go ahead and check the statistics real quick. Player stats, DeMarcus Cousins got 21 points, 9 rebounds, 3 assists. As far as Lonzo, Lonzo's there with 9, 5, and 10, so he's almost got a double-double averaging there. Avery Bradley here, as far as defensively, is not doing as well as I thought he'd do defensively. Lonzo's got 2 steals per game. Avery Bradley's only got barely 1. Porter up here, though, at 12 points, 6 boards, 3 assists. The thing is, we won't be running the offense through Porter, so I've seen him average almost triple-doubles before, and he's only going to have 3 assists because we run the offense through Lonzo. I mean, that's our centerpiece. That is our franchise star. But then Bamba here, not doing as well on the board as I thought. But he is a defender. He's got 0.6 blocks per game. But Porter is a stat sheet stuffer right now. That's basically what I'm figuring out. And Lonzo's got 2.5 turnovers, so I'd like him to chill with those turnovers. But right now, we'll go ahead, go up to the end of January here because... I always feel like these videos are going to take so long, but then they go super quickly, and they go quicker than I think, and whatever. But we do want to see how the Knicks are doing and how they're simulating this season, because we need to move that pick, maybe for a player, maybe for somebody to come off the bench, maybe a better backup center, just in case Boogie goes down. We don't want, speaking of Boogie going down, we don't want Zubak being the starting center. So we can, you know what, we'll play Porter. No, we won't play Porter. Wait, why is Mo Bamba coming off the bench? That is absurd. Okay, actually, I like this starting rotation right here, as is. We'll take the minutes away from Zubak because he does not deserve that many minutes. And we'll give there to, 33 is a little bit much. Dwayne Wade, actually, no, we want Avery Bradley. With those minutes, we got 5 minutes to distribute amongst the bench guys. Harrison, there we Josh Hart and Harrison. I'll give a couple minutes to Hart there. I don't really like running an 11-man rotation. Zubak here, I mean, we do need a center at some point. Kuzma, and then one more to Harrison. So Kuzma's the 10th man in the rotation, which, you know, I know it looks backwards. Actually, hold on. Yeah, there we go. We'll give those 2 minutes to Hart and Wade. So it looks weird, but our starting rotation now has Bamba playing the center and Porter playing the 4, and Ingram gets a chance to start, getting 33 minutes. So Ingram's actually playing really, really well. Give him a chance there at the small forward position as we get smacked around by the Utah Jazz and lose to the Mavericks, who aren't even in the playoff race. We lose again, so obviously this rotation, not the most wonderful rotation I've ever crafted here, but hopefully when Boogie comes back in 1 to 2 weeks, we'll definitely improve and start winning some games. We play the Rockets. That's not a good sign. The Rockets are always good, although they're in the, wow, we lose to them too. What is that, lose to the Cavs? Okay, you know what? I'm just going to go ahead and let the coach do what he wants to do. Boogie is back. Ingram, Porter, Kuzma. Oh, Kuzma's now starting at the power forward, and they have Bamba coming off the... See, there's so many things we can do with this rotation. I'm going to leave it as, like, the computer decides and see how we do for these last couple games here, because I don't really... DeMarcus Cousins would leave him as is. There we go. We beat Portland, who's the 3rd seed in the West here, which is good because we want to beat the top teams. The Utah Jazz still beat us again. Even with, didn't they trade Rudy Gobert to the Chicago Bulls? I believe we beat them as well. Then we beat the Cleveland Cavaliers, who still have LeBron, and we are sitting in that 6th seed. God, I'm screwing up on the whole seeding thing. The 6th seed in the West right now. And I do want to go ahead and check out statistics, team stats, and see what's going on here. Where are the Knicks? The Knicks seem to be a playoff team. The Knicks are just as good as we are, although they have played 4 less games, which is bad because, you know, they're a pretty good team. So, if I were to make a trade, we could... Oh, wait, we just want to unprotected both of those, see what we could get for our 2 firsts. We could get the 76ers first. That's not what I'm looking for. Darius Miller off the bench. Patrick Beverley as a backup point guard would not be bad. That'd be even more depth. We'd get the Grizzlies first in 2022 and Tyrone Wallace. Willie Cauley-Stein is that better backup center I was looking for. Oh, God. The Knicks want their pick back and our pick. Rajon Rondo, Spencer Dinwiddie in a first, Joe Johnson, Yogi Ferrell. None of these are really all that fantastic, except for, okay, the Suns are top 5 protected, and we get a 2021 first, but I think I'm going to hold on to Antonio Blakeney. That's not a bad shooting guard. I wonder what his potential is, though, because I'd like to see... Yeah, he's a 77. He's not going to grow too much, the 76ers. So we're going to hang on to our picks for now. The trade deadline is coming up here in a week or so. I think I am going to mess with the minutes myself just a little bit. Like I said, I do want us to... Wait, how's Kuzma doing this year? What's his... He's got 14 points, 7 boards, and 2 assists. That's actually really good. Mo Bamba here's got 14 points, 8 boards. He also brings the defensive side that Kuzma doesn't bring, so we can keep Kuzma. We'll have him as at the 8th man in the rotation, and we'll give... Actually, Bamba needs a few more minutes. Porter is getting a ton of minutes. He's got 16 points, 8 boards, 3 assists. Oh my God, yeah. Yeah, he deserves those minutes. Dwayne Wade starting. I don't know. Actually, he's got 16 points per game. That's close to what he put up last year. I was expecting him to get worse. And yeah, we can... Oh, he's got over 2 turnovers per game. I didn't realize that. He's got almost 3 turnovers per game. I think I'm going to leave it as is, though. I'm surprised Porter's playing so many minutes, though. Ingram coming off the bench as the 6th man is fine with me. Vonleh will do that, and then we'll give those minutes to Zubac because we want a center coming off the bench as well. We don't want to have to rotate like that. So let's go ahead here up to the trade deadline, then see what I'm going to do because I don't know what I want to do. I don't know if I want to trade those picks for players because those picks, I mean, if we fall out of the playoffs or the Knicks fall out of the playoffs, I mean, we're both probably bottom in our division. Bruce Talbot, we'll leave it as is. He's not going to be injured for too long. We do beat the Nets, but the Nets aren't very good. We lose to the Rockets, as is per usual. Bruised left heel, that's fine. We beat the Pels. Josh Hart is back now against Memphis, who's not in the playoff race. We should beat them. Oh my God, we lose by 24 to Memphis. Now the Minnesota Timberwolves, who are right behind us, now hop us after just smacking us around by 17 points. Now we lose the Atlanta Hawks as well. Could we beat the Warriors, though? Could we beat the Warriors? Dwayne Wade. I'm going to put, you know what? I'm going to try something. I'm going to try something interesting here. We're going to put Brandon Ingram there at the at the shooting guard position and see how this team simulates with a lineup of that. Because if Brandon Ingram can transition to be our shooting guard of the future, that would be fantastic. We lose to the Warriors and now drop out of the playoffs, and that's why I didn't want to go ahead and pull the trigger on trading our pick away, because there's no guarantee that we are going to get any kind of... we could be a lottery team is basically what I'm trying to say. I don't want to stop simulating. So we are not going to make any trades at the trade deadline here. I know that's weird, guys. I know you probably want me to make some trades, but I'm going to leave it as is. All right, so Kenny Russell, Leroy Hayes, Malik, okay, these names, Theo Fox, that one I got, and Brooke, there we go. And hopefully we can win these 3 games heading into the All-Star break, get ourselves back in the playoffs. Now Sacramento, the Nuggets are right behind us. Can we beat the Timberwolves? We gotta beat, we lose to the Timberwolves, which is not good, and we are now tied with the Nuggets for the final seed in the West, and it's going to be a push. Dwayne Wade's ineligible, but Harrison will re-sign. That's, you know what, I'm kind of okay with that contract. 2 years, I'm going to give him a little bit less. Let me give you 3.35. Let's see if he'll accept that. He's declined it, so I need to move up to, we'll give him 3.5, make it easy. Actually, we'll front load it because I'd rather do that. 3.7, and he has accepted the offer. Zubac here. We'll actually, yes, just give him exactly what he wants because I spammed the A button too much. Free agents that could possibly help us. There are really no free agents that are out there that would help us. But as far as stats, how are we looking stats-wise? Ingram and Bradley. Ingram's actually doing pretty well. He's good rebounder, good assists. Not as good of a defender as Bradley, although Bradley's defensive game is not really what I was hoping it would be. Dwayne Wade doing exactly what I wanted of him, about 10 points. Lonzo's doing really, really well. He's got bringing that defensive edge. Boogie, of course, up there. Porter up there as well, but I think he's not scoring as much as he was. Kuzma doing well. Players that are not doing well, Vonleh, obviously, but he's not getting time. Team stats here, we'll see. Where are the New York Knicks? And they are in 9th. So maybe you should have looked to trade their pick, because they do have that lineup of Blake Griffin and Kristaps and Enes Kanter. I believe they have Blake coming off the bench, but if they ever get an injury, they've got incredible depth. And that's what I was kind of banking on for us this year, was our depth. So let's go ahead here. I do want to call up our G League player right now. Philemon, he's now a 71, so we'll call him up from the G League. He's just upset because of his morale, but he can be a great sharpshooter if he's fed up and he wants out of here, right? He just signed a new contract, so yeah, he does not want out of here, but he is very upset. He's very upset with being kept in the G League. But as far as his G League stats, he put up 22 points, 4 boards, 4 assists, 2 steals, and he shot 48% from 3, which is absolutely insane. So hopefully he'll grow. Actually, he did. He's already a 71 for us. And we'll go ahead here and get to the final week of the season here. You know what? I'll simulate through this, the final 5 games here. We'll simulate right up till there and see how we can do. Draft Express rank, Kenny Russell, Leroy Hayes, yep. So I just kind of like to go through and I like to change up what mock draft I go off. And we lose to the Clippers, that's not good, but we beat Portland, who's a pretty decent team. The Spurs, now we lose to them. Now the Pelicans, who are not a playoff team, oh my god, that was just a 43-point victory. All right, Mohamed Bamba broke his right wrist, and he's probably going to be out for basically the entire playoffs. Now we have Dwayne Wade there. Ingram, how have you been doing recently? How has he been? I want to see his game log and just see what he's been doing. About 10, 13, 15 points per game. Decent amount of rebounds too when he plays. Because when he gets 20 minutes, that's when he's starting. And he's putting up good numbers when he's starting. So we'll do that as well. Kuzma there, take a couple minutes from him. And yeah, Zubac is fine. I only like to run 10-man rotations. That's the thing. I probably don't need to give Bradley more minutes. We'll give them 1 more minute to Kuzma there, and we'll see how we can do here towards the end of the season. This is for the playoffs, boys. We beat the Wizards as well. There we go. So the Nuggets, we lose to the Nuggets, and that puts them a full game ahead of us in this playoff race. This is going to be tight coming down the stretch. We need somebody to take over. And I don't know if I should just trust what Luke Walton's running. Oh my god, we got absolutely smacked around. If we lose this game to the Pacers, I'm changing the rotation. And we lose it, so I am going to change the rotation. I am just going to go with what the computer wants to do. And if that works, I'm going to stick with it, hopefully. Because if it works, I'm going to roll with it. And we do beat the Timberwolves. Can we beat the Kings? They're not a good team. We lose to the Kings. the Detroit Pistons. Yeah, we're 9th in the conference. Come on, boys. We're 2 games back from the Nuggets. DeMarcus Cousins is cracked neck vertebrae and is out for the season. That's one you can't have, and that should pretty much seal our fate on the season. And I think it's over, boys. I don't think with Boogie cracking vertebrae, that could be career ending too. No, all that money paid to DeMarcus Cousins, the plan of building, you know, with him leading us to the playoffs and having this stud young core around him. Oh my God, and now we are just going to drop like a stone. Boogie cracked his... How do you... That's insane. I've never seen an injury like that, boys. So, unfortunately, that's going to be all she wrote for us this season, and we are falling hard. We've lost 10 in a row now, and I'm just going to simulate to the end of the season because we're 10th in the conference. Mohamed Bamba, I'm just going to have the CPU adjust the rotation, and he's back. We lost 11 in a row, and we've lost our last 12 games of the season. As Steph Curry here... God, we don't even get the Rookie of the Year. Bagley on the Suns gets it. De'Aaron Fox wins 6th Man of the Year. Nerlens Noel, Bam Adebayo, and Dana Falk. All right, and here are the All-NBA teams. No Lakers, I don't think. Yep. Oh, DeMarcus Cousins with cracked vertebrae in his neck is out for the season. Oh, God, I don't know if I can determine whether or not he's going to come back or not based on this. I just have to... I hate being injured. I hate it more than a kid who hates kale and broccoli. All right. Anyway, so Michael Porter made the All-Rookie first team. Bamba made the All-Rookie second team. So good to see them go and do well. Feeling sky high about being All-Rookie team. And he had 10 points, 6 boards, almost a block, not really an assist. Porter had a good season. I hope to see him grow. But, you know, we'll check out the... We'll check out the player stats here for our team. Boogie, under 20 points per game, not even 10 rebounds. Well, 9 rebounds is fine. Bamba did well. Ingram did well as well. I mean, I'd like to say that this season was a success, but I am disappointed. Like I said, I wanted to be 4th through 6. I wanted to be in the middle of the West, but I guess it's just going to have to wait. But, man, I'm actually just... All that's going through my mind right now is please don't retire DeMarcus Cousins. Like, please don't retire. All right, so as far as rebounds per game, we have Boogie up there, Porter, Bamba, Ball with 5. Okay, Kuzma doing work off the bench. All right, assists per game, Ball was the only guy to really get assists, and he didn't really average 10. Steals per game, he was up there. Boogie was up there as well, and Wade. Blocks per game is Cousins and Porter. Both had 1. Turnovers per game. So okay, so Wade and Bradley really cut their turnovers per game down, but Lonzo's still up there at 2.5. But he's the primary ball handler, so I'm not going to be too upset about that. And yeah, so now let's go ahead and check out how far did we finish to the bottom of the league. And it looks like, okay, so what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we got the 10th overall pick as it stands right now, which could be nice. Maybe we could win the lottery, get a little lucky here. Oh, but man, I'm just, that's gut-wrenching right there. That just takes all the wind out of your sails here. And Golden State versus Denver. Denver tied the series up, and Denver's going to advance over Golden State, and the Rockets go out too. And it's the Bucks versus San Antonio, and the Milwaukee Bucks have won the championship as 98 overall. Giannis has 22 points, 11.8 rebounds, 5 assists, 1 steal, and a block and a half per game while shooting over 50% from the field. Wow. Okay, that is crazy. Man, and player retirement. Whew. Oh my God. And Dwayne Wade retires a Laker, but he is an 81. I said that if anyone's over a 77, I will bring them back. Also, Pau Gasol is... Oh, I already did it once for him. So, Dirk Nowitzki, and yes, he's coming back because he's above a 77, but nobody else is above a 77, I don't believe. And thank God it's not DeMarcus Cousins, because that's all I care about. Now, staff retirement, the Nets assistant coach retired, as he usually does. Nobody made the Hall of Fame, probably because I overrode Dwayne Wade's retirement. And that's about it. Jersey retirement, Tony Parker and Manu both had their jerseys retired with the Spurs. That's fine. And there we go, boys. So that is the end of this one. Let me know what you guys want to see in the offseason. Is there anybody I should trade? Is there anybody who I really need to get rid of? Is there anything I should do in free agency, something I should look to target? Maybe in the draft move up, move Ingram to move up in the draft and keep Porter, or maybe Porter's not necessary? I'm not sure what to do, boys. You guys let me know. Leave a like if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you want to see some more, and I will see you guys in the next one.